It's a feel-good breakfast show indeed. Why? Because you are here. You're the highlight of every day that we have with you, okay? And this is why we make sure that we only bring you superstars. I want to tell you about this guy. Yes, you just heard about him from the guys in Cape Town. He is someone who only started doing what he's doing right now 2 years ago. And already he's taking over, having claimed African and Commonwealth titles, my lovely, as well as doing the things that need to be done to not just be a social activist, but also an incredible power lifter and one who is truly showing that it is never too late to make your dreams come true. But on top of that, honey, you're able to take yourself from absolutely anywhere to the top in just 2 years. Everyone, please can we welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast show. It is none other than Haroun Pietersen. Haroun, you superstar, how are you?
I'm really well, thank you. And yourself?
Amazing, thank you. Haroun, I'm looking at all of these medals and just these beautiful trophies. Well done. Congratulations. In just 2 years, I can't believe this is it. And you said the medals are just from 2024, right?
Yes.
Who, like, what are you? Superman? Like, oh my goodness. Haroun, speak to us because, you know, it's not all the time that people take up something so new in their lives, you know, later on in life. Talk to us about what motivated you to go into powerlifting.
So, look, I think it was a little bit of just leaving a mark in history in South Africa as well. So later on in life, I discovered powerlifting and I fell in love with it. So one of I think the sobering aspects of it was that I didn't realize that I was going to achieve so much so quickly in the sport. And that just kept me driven and kept me wanting more and more and more. So from 2023 to 2024, we saw myself going from a provincial and a national champion to a international champion. We have won medals for South Africa in the Commonwealth, in the African Championships, Africa, Asia, Pacific Championships, and also managed to go to the World Championships this year to represent South Africa in Lithuania.
So essentially you shocked yourself as well?
A little bit, because I think the goal for the year that I set out was just to reach my South African colours, which is Protea colours, and that was only the first stop, and thereafter we've done 4 international competitions since then.
That's incredible, Haroun. That is out of this world, actually, and it's not something we see every single day, you know, and people would possibly look at these and be like, okay, cool, it looks like it's on smooth sailing for this guy, but we know that no journey comes without challenges. What has been your biggest challenge in you going into powerlifting?
I think the biggest challenge in the sport is affordability. Unfortunately for all of us in the sport, we are self-funded. So when we go and represent the country, we're paying for entry fees, tickets, for travel, for accommodation. So it becomes quite an expensive exercise when everything is actually just coming out of your own pocket. So there have been a few organizations that do step in and help out with sponsorships during the process. But as I stand now, I'm busy already getting ready to go to Germany next year in June to represent South Africa again in the powerlifting. I still have to qualify through the South African Championships, but I'm confident I'll get there. But now the biggest challenge is actually being able to afford to go to Germany in June to go and represent the country again. Oh my
goodness. Okay, if anyone's listening, this man is looking for someone to sponsor him. I mean, look at the material, okay? We already see that you're a champion. And if you need someone to come and like help you carry your medals, when you come back, I'm available.
I think that will be cool.
All right, amazing. And Haroun, I mean, with you even saying that, you know, it's very self-funded, I can imagine that that's one of the motivations that you stayed in entrepreneurship and are now juggling these 2 crazy titles.
Yes, it is. And also, look, I'm a big advocate for economic empowerment in South Africa. And also, I've started a recent venture where I've gone into real estate as well. So I'm trying to, you know, get as many avenues of income so that I can sustain not only my sport, but the professional life as well as the traveling especially becomes expensive. But it's also been an amazing journey to be able to share, you know, where I come from. My roots is from a little place called Mitchell's Plain in Cape Town. So being able to go out onto the world stage and represent the country on that level, it's an achievement in its own, but it's also inspiration to the youth back home to show them it doesn't matter where you birth from. It doesn't matter where your origins are, you can still rise to greatness.
100%. And, you know, with you being a social activist, I mean, I feel like you're doing your work through and through just by being an example, but also everything else that you're doing. You know, if you could just, along with what you've said, you know, give a little bit of a message to all of those kids out there in Mitchell's Plain and all around South Africa who possibly, you know, might be having a hard time and believing in their dreams or not knowing that it's possible because of where they come from, what would you say to them?
I would say never stop working. It's one of the most important things for this particular sport is consistent work. So it doesn't matter whether you're gaining 1 kilogram or 100 kilograms in time.
Yeah.
Consistently put in the work and work towards bettering yourself. And you are your own biggest challenge every day. So stop looking around and focus inwards.
I love that. And speak to me about what the future looks like for Haroun. You know, what is your ultimate goal as a powerlifter, especially having just started out?
I think the biggest goal for every powerlifter is to be the world champion. And that is one thing I aspire to. It is an extremely competitive environment because a lot of other countries have coaches and teams behind the athletes, where in South Africa we have to have our own coaches. I have a brilliant coach by the name of Rodney Anthony. He's been my support and my guide in the last 2 years, and we've seen myself going from a provincial champion to a national champion to an international medalist. So I think the work speaks for itself in the progress. But
Beautiful.
it's also just that it's not an easy journey when you're doing everything yourself.
And you know what? I'm glad that you've got your team, and this is why I believe that you will be the world champion one day. High five, Haroun, but not too hard, ne? Okay, perfect. Thank you. That was soft enough. Haroun, I'm so excited for us to see you do your thing a little bit later on, because Expresso family, he's not going anywhere. Apparently, he's going to be getting me to lift stuff as well. I'm not 100% sure about this. I don't know if it's in my contract. However, I'm going to be getting ready for it, and you need to get ready to see what this guy can do. Do not go anywhere. Right about now, my beautiful Cape Town family, do you believe I'll be able to powerlift with Haroun? I know you guys believe in me.
Look, all I can say is start stretching now. Immediately.
I'm just going to, just in case, I'm going to get the medical team on standby, thanks, okay?
My tongue! Guys, I can do this. I've got like guns, okay?